Wingardium Leviosa. Choo, 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 choo. Pew, 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 pew. Right. Welcome back to Flies Round Sugar, everybody. And for those that don't know, my name is Nathan. I'm a full-time reseller. I deal mainly in menswear. And today we've been out sourcing at the charity shops again. And we've got some absolute steals. Some really choice little bits. Today was like a dream day for me, to be honest with you. We had a little bit of bad news, but I'll get into that. However, let's have a look at what we bought today. And as always, you're going to want to hang around till the end of the day because we've not got just one find, we've got 7 of them. And these are absolute gold. If you've not guessed already, I might be in a bit of a mood today just because I've just been to one of my rag houses. Well, it's not a rag house, basically a donation centre where I buy the rag from, menswear, women's wear. I usually get about 60 kilograms a week off them. And it's usually quite good stuff because they can be quite picky and choosy about what they put out. And they've said I can no longer buy the rag off them because head office have found out. And because they're contracted with one of the big boys, that's now a no-go. What difference does it make where the rag goes? I don't get it. I don't understand. But anyway, we move, right? These things happen. Hurdles get in the way of reselling. And it's just a blip. There's plenty of other places we can get rag from. I'm not worried. Worried a little bit. Let's have a look at what we've got today, though. Let's keep the vibe. Let's keep positive. Daft purchase of the day. I could not leave this behind. Look at this. That is a Disney Parks magician's hat. That's well cool. Kind of like give me like Fantasia vibes. You know, that was only 50 pence. I think that's an absolute bargain. Wingardium Leviosa. Choo, 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 choo. Pew, 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 pew. And next we've got one of my favourite brands to pick up, especially the jeans and the chinos. It is an Edwin hoodie. Just a plain black hoodie. Really good quality. Really heavyweight. Love that. That's size medium and that was £5 on that. Might actually keep that myself. No, I'm not going to keep that. I'll sell that. Little bit of subtle branding here. There's your hit, Edwin. Just a hoodie. Yeah, it should aim for about 25 to 30 on that. Quite easily, 25. One for the summer. So one of the charity shops has a half price sale every weekend before they restock on a Monday. And I've seen these on Thursday and I ummed and ahed about them. I thought, you know what, if they're there on Saturday, I'll grab them. They're only £2, but they are a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren swim shorts. I would have paid the £4 for them, to be honest with you, eventually. A nice blue trim down the side there. The vintage embroidery just on the leg. Swim shorts. There's your tags. Blue tags. Save them until summer and I'll probably sell them for about 20 to 25. Quite easily. Not bad for £2. Right, so this is getting kept for a little while. So I've seen this, it was the first thing on the rack, just staring at me, and I was like, please be a vintage one, please be a vintage one. Full disclosure, it's not a vintage one, it's from 2004, but that character is a guy called Rogue Trooper, and he's from the Judge Dredd 2024 AD, whatever it is, 2000 plus AD world, and there's a film coming out about him this year with like Reece Shearsmith, some other people. So I'm going to save that until that film comes out, and then dependent on reviews, that's when I'll sell it. But yeah, it's Rogue Trooper. That's the character, and that was 50% off. Should have been 4, but it was £2. And I thought, save that for the film. We'll list it then, and we might get about 10 to 15 quid for it. So the amount of times that I've found Montclair in charity shops is obscene, but it's generally fake. I usually do scan it via the app, and this come back as legit. It is just a Montclair navy t-shirt. That was only £4. When I scanned it, see if it was legit in the shop, I managed to find a few on Vestair Collective that I'd sold as well, around about the £60 mark. So that's quite a good little pick up, that. Always scan the high-end stuff if you can. They should have a product code and a QR code on the tags there. And you can see that's what you scan, just with your smartphone, and it'll take you to the site where you put the details in and it comes back yay or nay. But yeah, I've scanned a few in my time, and 9 times out of 10 they come back as illegitimate, so no good. A little bit of Y2K hip-hop wear. If you watch one of my previous videos, you'll have seen me pick up a FUBU hooded top. That's not sold yet. We've got it listed at 35. This is just a Y2K basketball vest. We'll probably keep this till the warmer weather comes in as well. Hopefully get about 20 to 25 on it, but that was only a £5. Little basketball vest, bit of Y2K, hip hop wear, for us, by us. That's what FUBU means, for us, by us. This is a banger. This is from a shop that usually prices stuff up as well. If you know, British Art Foundation usually are the priciest of pricey when it comes to charity shopping. So I generally swerve it, but this is not one, but two, dead stock, new with tags, John Smedley, made in England knits. Look at them. They're stunning. And they were only £8.50 each. I'll have to have a proper look at soles, but I imagine you're pushing like 70 or 80 plus on them. Lovely bit of dead stock. It's got the vintage tags on. Initially, these have still got the old price tags on. These were £19.99, but as you can see, I paid £8.50 each on them. So 16 quid for two jumpers. Paid up a little bit, as you would see, but the returns are going to be fantastic on these two. That's your first one in a lovely blue colour. And then we've got a nice sand one that I showed you first here. Exactly the same. Vintage tags, still got the price tags and the John Smedley tags on. Yeah, looking at probably like at least 70, I reckon, for them, if not a bit more. I'd be quite surprised, or sorry, I wouldn't be surprised if they went for more. They're gorgeous. John Smedley, really good seller, really classic brand to keep an eye out on. So I picked this up from my mate. This is an Alabama. I say my mate, she's just another northern woman who works in the charity shop down here in Greater Manchester. This is an Alabama utility shirt. Now, you would have seen in one of my previous videos that I was harping on about how good Alabama stuff is. Really nice tailoring. Really beautiful green colour that. That's a stunning shirt. The price in the shop was £6.75, but I got it for £4.25. She always gives me a little bit of money off because I'm northern, and us northerners look after each other. But yeah, should get around about 20 quid for that. 20 to 25, I would have thought. Dead nice. Lovely bit of kit. I like picking up Alabama stuff. Pair of nudies. The chinos this time. I pick up the jeans quite religiously. Really quick sellers. Usually pick them up for less than a £5. I paid £4.50 for these. Yeah, usually pick them up for less than a £5. Lovely pair of khaki chinos by Nudie. They'll have the name on the inside. The jeans usually like Thin Fin, Grim Tim. These are Easy Alvins. Easy Alvins. Good, that's a good little tip for your listening as well, because people will be looking for the cut of the trouser. So good for your search bar. You should get, hopefully get around about the same price of the jeans, between 25 and 30 for them. They're dead smart, nice colour, nice khaki green. So Columbia, I've mentioned before I need to stop picking up Columbia, but these are new without tags. So they're still, they might be in the pocket actually. No, new without tags, unworn, a pair of Bugaboo ski pants. See, it's got the full metallic lining in them. They've never been worn. I wouldn't have picked them up if they were used, basically, because I'm trying not to pick up any Columbia. But they were £4.50, and they should sell for round about 30 to 40 mark, I would have estimated. Lovely bit of printing just on the back there. Maybe slightly more. There's a size XL, so they're a good size. Not bad for £4.50 really. We will obviously sell the new other or new without tags. So this is probably one of my favourite pickups of the day. So this is a 1980s blanket lined Levi's trucker jacket. So I did a little bit of research in the shop before I paid for it, because it was 15 quid. Which is really good value for a trucker jacket, if you ask me, if it's personal. But obviously I'm reselling. So it's got the small E, which indicates after 1971. It's got the 3-digit code on the back here, 527, which indicates kind of like early 80s. Then the lot number is 70417. Now, these numbers might not mean a lot to you, but they should, because anything with before 705, apparently that's like where your money is. And this is a stunning jacket, man. Like, it's so nice. Lovely blanket lined, dead thick. There's one sold on eBay for like 140 quid with the same lot number. So So we'll try that really. That is a small, I can't remember what the size is of the one that's sold, but that is a nice bit of kit. Hopefully I'd aim for at least like 70 on that. But yeah, dead nice. Love that. Love picking up vintage Levi stuff. I might do a video on like how to date Levi stuff, because I think it's quite useful, especially when you're outsourcing. Charity shops are full of Levi stuff. Let me know if you want to see that video. I'll do a short or something like that. Just while I've got you here glued to this absolutely thrilling reselling content, we are trying to grow the channel, so please hit the notifications button and the subscribe button if you like, to keep up with this reselling journey. So this has put me in a slightly better mood, because this is my find of the day. Now these are a little bit of me, to be honest with you. These are like what I dream about picking up in the charity shop, you know, like for this price. Some of them, to be honest with you, should have ended up in the rag because they're a little bit damaged, but I'm happy with that. So let's have a look. We're just going to go through them, but they are one donation, right? Some man or woman's collection of vintage Rolling Stones tour t-shirts. So this is your Voodoo Lounge 24, 25 tour shirt. I mean, these are like golds. Like, these are like so nice to have. Like, I got so lucky with these. But remember, you're not going to get lucky. You've just got to get out and go. So that is stunning. 24, 25 Voodoo Lounge tour shirt. That is amazing. I love that. That was $3.99, and that is a size XL. So they were all, I think they're all around about $3.99 each. I think one of them was a $5. But I love that, man. I seen that and I was just like, oh, thank God. That's your first one. This one's sick as well, man. Look at the crackling on that print. That is amazing. That's the No Security 1999 tour. That's aged so well. That's got like lovely bit of fade into the fabric, lovely bit of sun bleaching, full tour dates on the back with a band portrait. 99. Officially licensed tee on your Delta tag. If you know your vintage t-shirts, you know that you're looking for Delta. That's been cut actually. Your Delta tag, size XL. That was only $3.99 as well. Like I said, some of these, usually the condition that I pick up from the rag, faded, washed out, just perfect for a vintage band tee though. $3.99, absolutely mind-blowing. Love that. This one's a slightly modern one, and this is like what I imagine Mick Jagger would be wearing. Look at that. See completely through that. That's actually dated 2014, so there's about 11 years on that. Jagger 22 on the back. It's like an American style, like jersey, football jersey, American football jersey. All perforated. It's got the big lick on the front. I think this was the one that was slightly more expensive actually. Yeah, that was $4.99. So a little bit more expensive for that one. And that's probably worth the least. Madness. This one's quite a collectible tee. Well, this is what I mean. I'm surprised it's not ended up in the rag because someone's cut the sleeves off. That's the Copacabana in Rio de Janeiro show in 2006. So that's like just a dedicated show shirt. So that's not a tour shirt. That's quite a collectible tee. I just wish it had the sleeves, but we'll take it anyway. Again, that was $3.99, size XL. Lovely print, nice bright orange to match the vibe of the show, you know, like on the beach and stuff like that. Lovely graphic on the front, absolute stunner. Amazing t-shirt that. So this next one's from early 2000s, and it is from Twickenham Stadium. Got the big lick on the front and the date there. Twickenham 2003, and on the back it's got your rugby ball and the lick on it there. So lovely front and back print. Again, a size XL. That was $3.99 on a Jerseys t-shirt. Just class. Just absolutely class. Classic design for your Rolling Stones there. This one is just the bigger bang to it. Sleeveless again, so I'm surprised it's ended up on the shelf. Fruit of the Loom tag, size medium. This one that looks way bigger, $3.99. Lovely back print of all the different countries that were visiting there on the lick. Massive lick on the front with all the cities that they were playing in. I'm surprised they're still going, Rolling Stones, but they still sell, man. They were like one of my favourite bands when I was a kid. I used to jump about in the indie clubs, my dead long hair, thinking I was Mick Jagger when they used to play Satisfaction. Embarrassing now. Save the best till last. This is the Bridges to Babylon 97 and 98 tour, with a full date on the back with the pillars. Lovely print. Dated, stamp dated 1997. That is an absolute steal. On your anvil tag, again, if you know your vintage t-shirts, especially the band t-shirts, you're looking for anvil. But that is a stunner. That is absolutely insane. $3.99. That is mental. I just love that. This is why I love charity shops still, man. I know a lot of people give charity shops sticks, but honestly, you just need to go on the regular, man. Get mates with the people who work there. And that is everything from today. I'm not really in a bad mood because we've got to roll the punches and we've got to keep positive about this. But that's everything. As you can see, we've got some absolute killers today. The Rolling Stones t-shirts are double chef's kiss, man. Double chef's kiss. Love the Levi's jacket. Love the John Smedley. Some really, really good returns. If you like reselling content, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're feeling a bit generous, you can always hit that hype button as well, because that would be appreciated. Because I've never had a hype yet. Maybe that says a lot more about me, though. And anyway, we're going to let you go, and we will see you in the next one.